Hello, my name is Jonathan, and welcome to my fourth GitHub and Git tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you step-by-step process on how to add, commit, push, and pull repositories. Right now, you should have already set up for both Git and GitHub, and you should have already have your GitHub repository and a cloned repository ready. However, I would advise to check back to our previous tutorials if you haven't caught up yet. Otherwise, let's begin. First, we need to add a file in your local repository. I would recommend creating a new text file in your local repository. This is necessary for our next step. So, go to your local repository, add a text file. I'll set it as test, yeah. And so, after you create a new text file and move it to the repository, what we need to do is to move that new text file from the local repository to GitHub. To do so, go to your local repository folder and right-click to show more options. Click Show More Options, and once you do so, click Open Git Bash here. It should take you to Git Bash. In Git Bash, type the following: git add -a and hit Enter. It should add all new contents from the local repository. Then type git commit -m. After that, input a double quote and write a message. In this case, I'll write the following: added a new text file. This is so that whenever I push my updated content to GitHub, it will send a message of what's added or updated in the repository after it's pushed. After you wrote the message, press Enter, as I did, and finally, type the following: git push origin main. It will then show a pop-up that will ask you to sign in to GitHub so you can successfully push your updated content to GitHub. Therefore, all you need to do is to sign in. Once you sign in, it should push all files from GitHub repository. Well, it should send all files from local repo to your GitHub repository. So all you need to do, once it has been pushed, check your actual GitHub repository and refresh. Now, it will showcase the new contents you added and pushed into your GitHub repository. So, what we need to do is to pull any changes from Git Bash to your local repository. Because you made changes and pushed these changes from another local repository to GitHub and want to pull these changes to this local repository, go to Git Bash and type the following: git pull origin main. There, it should pull all updated content from GitHub to your local repository. As I mentioned before, this is only be useful if you actually create a different local repository, made changes on a different local repository, push these changes to your GitHub repository, and then you want to pull these changes from the GitHub repository to your own local repository, which is this local repository. Therefore, git pull is very important for that. Now that you have finished the tutorial, in the next tutorial, we'll showcase a step-by-step process on how to share your repository with someone you trusted. Otherwise, have a great day and see you soon.